Let's begin. Maxi in the draw, of course, I'm going to Ash that. Now, a lot of people, I would say, have put Mermails away because of Droll. Droll has become immensely more prevalent thanks to Mitsurugi, which has a side effect of hurting other decks that rely on searching the deck continually. As we're triggering to search our deck, you add a Droll on top of that, that's a scoop, right? Boom, that's it. We already performed our normal summon. We got the Berry Statue stuck in hand. We can Abyss Shrine still special summon a monster from the deck, or at least we thought we could, as the Ash Blossom now negates. Not today, mate. Well, now we're screwed, right? No, not yet. Abyss Pike summon for the deck as we now go into the Anemone. Anemone is going to activate, reborning the Shadow Squad. Yeah, that's not much. Now, what do we have in graveyard? This has an additional effect. During your opponent's turn, you could discard a card to draw a card. Wow. None of these will trigger when discarded to turn into a disruption. Societia, have your way with Mermail. Let's go. Let me reduce the volume. We're going to be popping with a maneuver after burners. We're now going to Abyss Shrine, hopefully, drawing into a hand trap. Off the top of the deck, we have an infantry, which is what we needed to discard as we search for a prince. We have nothing. That's it. Societia, can you one-turn kill? Probably yes. And knowing Societia, this was going to turn into an I sold, I'm sure. All right. Minstrel, we're going to take a gander at that hand, get that Maxi out of here before I activate my Sekka Light. You definitely would be negating it. Sekka Light, easy draw too. We have the Berry Statue again. We have not normal summon this time. We're going to be banishing and return back the Kaiju, draw a random card. Prince sent to the deck, the Dragoon, searching for the Abyss Shrine to then trigger a search again. Huge Droll check. Obviously, they would have drolled earlier than this. We now have the Berry Statue. Now, the Berry Statue being summoned early prevents Nibiru, even though we already looked at their hand. We have Bahamut Shark, which is going to be detaching to summon the Lavirtue. Neither player could special summon except water monsters. Not a water, not a water. And I mean, this is to summon a water. This is the Kaiju Sea Turtle. Ice Jade Gamer could banish a card in response to it activating. We could pop any card in the field with the Croco Dragon. We're in big trouble. Societia, did you get first turn killed? The waterfront's gonna get banished by the gamer. Get out of here. This could search for a Kaiju by 3 counters. Remove 3 counters to then add a Kaiju. You don't even remove them. You just, if there's 3 counters, you search for the Kaiju. Now, we're big enough to take out the Berry Statue, but we're going to be summoning the Poseidra. Poseidra's going to be bouncing the Ray back into the hand, but you could activate. You could go into Shizuku. She's a water. Let's freaking go. Shizuku is here. Maxium. We could also Ash Blossom negate the Maxi. But then the Croco Dragon destroys the Shizuku, but then Ray would reborn if it weren't for the Berry Statue stopping Ray from reborning. We almost outed the Berry Statue. This was the way. Croco Dragon, kill it. And then Ray can't trigger. She should be, but she can't because of the Floodgate. Well done. Valiant effort. Now, Societia is going first. And the only thing that could stop Societia, I believe, would be a Fuelos or Maxi, right? So even if they have that, we can negate it, then play right through it. The other option would be bricking. Societia don't brick. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're maxing in the standby phase, so we're reliant on the Lancia in order to be popping off with our triple tactics. Hornet drones. Now, is that it? We're playing through it. We don't care. Under the effect of Maxi, we're gonna add back the Hornet drones. There's no way we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna summon the Hornet drone, turning both into the Skystriker Ace 0. 0 is gonna be searching our deck, not summoning. The summon play is if we wanna go in the Isold, but we're under the effect of Maxi. We're gonna be searching for a Widow Anchor. We don't have 3 spells in the graveyard, thus we don't get the additional draw. And that's it. I mean, that's not so bad. If this enables Isold and also gives us a form of disruption, that's pretty good. But it's going to get tributed off by the Kaiju. And the Kaiju not only stops us from popping a card in the field with the 0, but also we now can't use Widow Anchor because only if we control no monster in the main zone, where do you put that Kaiju? Of course, in the main monster zone. Goodbye 0, goodbye Widow Anchor, and all we have left is Droll. Droll keeps this deck in check. Hopefully, this is not going to be enough for lethal damage. Get to search twice before having to draw them, which means they're probably going to have lethal damage. They could Poseidra from the hand, Poseidra from the deck, bounce the Kaiju back to the hand, which will then turn on the Widow Anchor. We're now under draw. There's the Poseidra. Let's bounce away back the Widow Anchor, not the Kaiju. We already know it's a Widow Anchor. We have another freaking Poseidra, triggering the effect of infantry, pop in the Gam Seal, 8,100 damage through the effect of Draw and Lockbird. Why did we win under Draw? Because we got to draw a bunch for Max C. There you go. Many of the cards we want to search for were simply added through them special summoning. Well, as I said, Max C, Fua, Brick, and I guess even a Draw and Lockbird is the only way to stop Societia. Begin. Max C in the draw. Wait, you're supposed to go second, Chris, and you are going first. What happened? Swag Key selected Ghost. You're a Ghost second Ashened? Unless you cheated Chris. What the? How would you be able to scout round one? There's no way. Ash, negate the pot of D, mate. Did we lose any hard one-ofs? Did we lose 3 copies of card? We lost our one reasoning. That'd be the N for TCG. Chris doesn't want to play under Max C. That's it, he's done. Now, the good thing for Chris is he's playing against Ashened. I don't think Ashened can really do anything good. Let's cope on that. Let's see. They should not have a one-turn kill play. Even through 0 disruption. Priestess into Inferno of the Ashened. If I'm remembering correctly, they have no one-card combo. No one card could result in something good. They gotta have multiple cards. Field spell being destroyed, summon from the deck. Yeah, look at that. Open field 0 disruption, and this is the best Ashen could do. Now, it's not Swag Key's fault. It's the deck. Now we're gonna pop off. Infernoid Decatron's gonna copy the effect of the card engrave. We're gonna use the trap to fuse up with the field into Vidos. Vidos on fusion. Someone will destroy all spell and trap cards your opponent controls. The Vidos monster engrave would, the non-fusion that is, destroys all monsters. Now, we are reasoning. We picked level 1. So we're going to reveal until there's a level 1 or a monster that can be summoned. And then if it's level 1, it gets sent to the grave. If it's not level 1, it gets summoned onto the field. Let's speed this up. This used to be slower. On release of Master Duel, oh much. It's like twice as fast now. Slash Draw is now in the graveyard. This is the whole freaking deck. Now, this is not legally activatable unless you have, within private knowledge, a monster that can be properly summoned off of it. You can't mill to 0 with this card. Oh boy. This is our whole deck. This is better than a grass looking greener. Grass looking green mills your deck to the opponent's deck size. We're going down to freaking 1. Do we only play 1? Ooh, Fairy Tale Snow. Blackcoat laughs. Is going to ensure that the Dragon of Endless Darkness cannot activate on the field, but its effects are not negated. It still cannot be destroyed by card effects, and it cannot be targeted with monster effects. That effect does not get turned off. Deviati is activating. Destroy all spell and trap cards in the field. We're going to Super Poly, discard, fuse it up, and with that fusion, we're going to summon our Garura. Wipe out the back row. Now we're going to further reborn our Infernoid, and let's link it up. Linking is cheating in Infernoid because the deck is bounced around not being able to have bigger than level 9 on the field. So by turning your levels into links, it refreshes you back to 0. Now we're going to Celine Abida, gain at least 30. That means there's 30 spells between both players' graveyards. We're now going to Widow Anchor, take control of the Garura, as we also summon the Fairy Tale Snow back with the Celine. We're going to Artemis, banish cards to summon from the graveyard, and Infernoid to further go into the Flood. The Flood is here. If a card is banished, you can then banish 1 card in the field. So this card could not be destroyed by card effects, nor cannot be targeted. Non-target banish it. Damn. Very well done. Normally you summon the Flood through a Promethean Princess to link 4, reborn with Promethean Princess, and boom, you got it. Lethal damage, surely? Yes. Good job, Chris. Now, Swag Key, you get to choose to go first or second, but you know you're playing against a go second deck, but you already chose to go second for the very first turn. I'm quite confused on how your deck works, but please show me. I want to see it do well. All right, let's do it. This card's new, so new support for our Ashened. Add a level 5 or higher monster. Nice. Now we chose to go first. against a Go second deck. We're going to play the Obsidian, Ashened City onto their side of the field, searching for our dragon. With our dragon, we're going to pop the field spell, summoning onto their field, searching our deck for the trap. Now, by setting up the Vetos on their field, it's going to disrupt them when sent to the graveyard to then destroy all monsters on the field. And this will also mess up their level restriction, right? You levels are level 8 or higher. I guess, what is the main restriction? Where is the restriction card? It's going to be on this one. This says that you have to control level 8 or lower to be able to even summon this. And now they have a level 9. So this is disallowed. Unless they link this off, they're not able to summon any of their Infernoids. Well, they have Monster Gate. Tribute off a monster. I'll pay the cost for free. Similar to the reasoning, we're going to mill until there's something summonable. Again, there has to be something legally summonable to even activate this card, which I guess is just Decatron and Snow. How many Decatrons and how many Snows are you playing? Maybe play one Decatron and one Snow. The less you play, the more you mill, but also the less you play, there's a chance that you draw both of them, and then your cards are not even activatable. There it is, Fairy Tale Snow. On summon, let's flip you face down. Vetos is going to be wiping away the Fairy Tale Snow, which has infinite resources in the grave to continually reborn itself back in the field. We have the Devati, which is going to be destroying all the back row, and now we can Fool Loss. Wait, how long did we have Ash? Why didn't we Ash the Monster Gate? You what, mate? Okay, we are going to Devati. Left arm offering. You what, mate? Okay. Wow. Good job, Infernoid. Chris won a tournament with this deck, so don't look down upon Infernoids. They are top tier in Chris's hands. Thank you, Swag Key. I want to see more of you. I want to see some more Ashened. Maliss versus Alba freaking Zoa. For every 2 cards in your extra deck, send 1 card from your hand or extra deck to the graveyard. We're going to rip away their extra deck and ideally win from there. Unfortunately, we're going second. And we have no hand traps. We have a board breaker through the thrust. You could call Unicorn, Kashtira, maybe a mini board breaker if you want to even consider it that. Let's speed on through this and see if this deck has a chance. Against Tier 1, best deck, Maliss. For, what, 5 months now, this has been the best freaking deck. No one discusses how to break this field, right? You only discuss how to stop it. And that's the same discussion you should probably be having with the Liger Dancers. How do we out the Ligers? You prevent them. Same thing with this, you prevent them. This may as well be 2 Ligers. You're not gonna stop this with any 5-card hand, any 6-card hand that is. We'll try. Unicorn is going to get negated from searching for the Birth, which will just be reborning Unicorn back in the field after linking it off or fusing with it or ritualing with it, sure. You also can't rip cards out of their extra deck. March Hare, add back to the hand here. This card actually is better when your opponent controls a card. If they control a monster, we could do 2 things. We could add twice, but because it's a continuous, meaning it loses to Detonator, it loses to Chain Banish. MST got negated. Now we thrust in into nothing. Can the Regenesis Archfiend summon? Special summon this by revealing a 2,500 attack or defense in your hand. Wouldn't that be the Unicorn is not 25 on anything, right? It is. It's 25 attack. I guess we had to do that first. Oops. There's no chance of winning this. All right. Let's hop on another one. All right. Ecclesia searching for Dogmatica Matrix onto a Droll and Lockbird, but we do have triple tactics to look at their hand. Getting rid of their combo. That's it. They have no play next turn. And we have no hand trap. Okay, got him. Let's go. End the turn. So we got to remember what's in their hand. We know they have Maxi. We know they have a Druiswarm. Sure. And now we can thrust a card to our hand if there's the Druiswarm on field, or thrust a good trap into the back row. If you hate Droll, if you hate Maxi, if you hate Fool Loss, consider teching 3 thrusts in your deck plus a trap. It could be a Black Goat Laughs, it could be a Dimensional Barrier, whatever nonsense you want to set from the deck. I know we're anti-floodgate here, but they floodgated you first. They tried to end your turn with the Maxi. It's only fair to floodgate with the floodgate. We're now going to discard a search for a Lava Golem? Wait, that's not just Lava Golem. Also Regenesis. I guess you'll combo this up with Lava Golem in addition. Thanos the Mad is ready for the Liger Dancers. We have Regenesis further searching for the Sage. Sage is here. Now we're going to max C it up. Special summon the Sage, which is an Omni Negate. Opponent activates, you send another Regenesis, negate the activation, and destroy. Now we're thrusting for a Dogmatica Punishment. This could pop up to 2 cards in the field, but I'll just count it as 1 disruption. So 1, 2, double disrupt is here. Druid Swarm is going to be, tricking them. Bait out their disruption. Then all they have left is Dogmatica Punishment. Dogmatica Punishment is not going to be able to stop the Maliss in Underground. Wow. This is actually interesting. You Dogmatica punish the Dormouse, right? But the Almirage will have an effect. Tribute this card, make your Dormouse indestructible by the punishment. Now, the punishment, instead of just trying to destroy, it could send this card, the Malong, where this will then target the card that can't be destroyed to then return it back to the hand. I think that's the play. Yes? So we try to destroy it, Almirage protects it, we already used up our normal summon, and then we have to send the Malong. Get Malong in. Malong, damn. I must have pre-watched this duel. Back to the hand you go, got him. Well done. All right. Back in the day, you'd be sending Entis, which again, can't destroy it. We have a Lava Golem search, and the negate on this card is the Allied Code Talker Ignister. Otherwise, Maliss used to not have an Omni negate. They were more susceptible to board breakers. Now, we know that this is the Omni Negate. We know that this is the only card that could stop the Spirit Mastery from searching for the Lava Golem. That means we have to bait out the Negate mate. And the best bait is going to be a triple tactics talent, Take Control. But it's only activatable if they activate a monster within the main phase. So we got to do something where they activate a monster, and then we use this, then we Lava Golem them. Now, if we successfully do, we get what we wanted. We get to freaking Lava Golem them. We then lose next turn because Maliss has infinite recursion and the best follow-up in the game. All right. Max C. Unicorn is here. Banish it. Not activating a monster effect yet. We're waiting. Triple Tactics is not activatable. Still not activatable. Okay. Well, there you go. There's the negate. That's what I said, mate. Well, we couldn't get the Triple Tactics activatable. The problem is if you normal summon the Ecclesia, you now can't summon Lava Golem unless you're playing TCG. Got him. Well, Triple Tactics, Take Control. Firewall's gonna bounce the Allied Code Talker back into the extra deck. Don't mind if I do. I guess I'll take your Firewall. Well, it's normal Ecclesia, which now turns off the usage of the Lava Golem. Druid Swarm is going to be banishing away the White Binder. White Binder is now going to summon, banish multiple cards from either player's graveyard. Get banished. Now we have Cryptor. Cryptor, like, oh my god, we had a play. We actually freaking had this. This would activate, it would search for 2 cards. It would add a Dogmatica Ritual or a spell. And then if your opponent controls a monster, you could also add another Dogmatica card. Add 2. And then we could even look at their extra deck and rip a card. But all that's for nothing because the Cryptor. Cryptor's gonna banish an activation. Activate to search 2. 2-card combo, follow up, big wham bam, thank you ma'am. Banished. And, the dude had Maxi and Impulse on top of his field. Did he really need the Impulse on top of all this? He did not. Holy moly. Damn. Not cool. All right.